Alright, with that, we got a pretty popular team here, and it looks really strong. We got Team Lu, we got Baxcalibur, Amoonguss, Fluttermane, Arcanine, and Palafin. Looking at this, there's no natural speed control, like they aren't going to use Tailwind or anything, but we want to be mindful of Palafin. I don't think that bringing Palafin, and that's one of the challenges, right? Pelipper's great against Team Lu, Amoonguss, and Arcanine. But man, yo, thank you for the hype, Dax, appreciate it. But against Palafin and enabling it, that's where it gets tricky. We could bring Farigiraf to help kind of mitigate that. If we get lucky like we did in the last battle, where Palafin's stuck on the field and not transformed, I think we're going to be in a really great spot. We could get there. It's going to take some work. I think Chien Pao Golden Go could be our lead with Garganacl and Farigiraf in the back. Do I need Farigiraf? I'm down for Pelipper. I think I definitely open up myself to some trouble here, but I think we can make it work. Well, let's try it out. Alright, Palafin is automatically leading. I figured as much. So Palafin will probably use either switch out or stay in. We can switch out Chien Pao for Garganacl, and I'm just going to Power Gem their Arcanine right now. Because what Arcanine could do is like Extreme Speed plus Jet Punch. And I think with Garganacl, it can survive both. And then the Power Gems should do a lot of damage here. I think they're thinking pretty clearly about what I could switch into. Alright, so I'm putting in Garganacl. Palafin just protects, which I'll take. And I'll fire off this Power Gem. Not enough for a KO, but pretty close. And Will-O-Wisp comes out, but Purifying Salt, let's go! That was a great turn for us. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Salt Cure the Palafin slot. It would only be Team Lu that you can switch into that could handle the attack. Okay, fine by me. Alright, I know 3 out of 4. So you got the Fire, Water, Grass Core. So, Garganacl's water typing is going to be huge for us. We need to be mindful of that. Amoonguss most likely is going to use Rage Powder. So I'm down to still fire off on an Arcanine like that, and I'll switch into Pelipper now. Because what I can do is now threaten the next turn. Hydro Pump. And once we pave the way getting rid of Arcanine, I feel like that's going to be huge for us. Like, we're going to be in a really solid spot. We know that Arcanine's not... well, the damage didn't indicate that it was... choice. It was an Assault Vest anyway, so we're going to switch into Pelipper. Pelipper will threaten Amoonguss decently well here. Yeah, I figured Rage Powder was coming out. Like, come on. Yep. I'll take that like a champ. And fire off a free Salt Cure. Alright. So with this, I think I'm going to Salt Cure... I'll Salt Cure Arcanine. Well, if I get a double Protect and then Amoonguss does something crazy, I don't like that. So, I'm going to Salt Cure Arcanine and our Hurricane Amoonguss. At this stage, Amoonguss will probably get knocked out with the Hurricane, so I don't need a Terra for that. And then when Palafin comes back out, Palafin's going to be like, oh, let me use my Water-type attacks. Enter Water Terra Garganacl. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage. Yeah, Arcanine switches out, totally fine here. So that's probably Team Lu, right? Oh, no, it's Fluttermane. Amoonguss also switches out. And that brings in Palafin. Cool. It's kind of nice. Algae getting some pretty good damage off. Yeah, that did a lot. Okay, this Fluttermane is a lot more defensive. But could have been also that Garganacl... Oh, no, Garganacl didn't have a lowered attack. Alright. What do I want to do now? I could Terra. Water. Hit Palafin, be done with it. And then... if I get an attack off... would Pelipper be helpful to deal with Amoonguss? I think so. I'll Protect for now. I don't think... yeah, in the long run, like... I think Arcanine can still be defeated. Like, if Arcanine can't 3v1, you know, that's kind of where I want to get at. Like, okay, we got this 3v1 going on. No switches, that's huge. And then if I Salt Cure Palafin, we'll be in a solid spot here. Yeah, because I didn't want to take too much from Dazzling Gleam. Ooh, Thunderbolt! Coming in hot with that. Okay. I'll resist this, which is helpful. Still took a lot of damage from that, let's be real. But luckily here, I'll automatically knock out Palafin. Big threat off the table, or it should get knocked out pretty quickly. Yeah, the Salt Cure is very helpful. It does look like Fluttermane is more defensively inclined. Okay, so Palafin will get knocked out next turn if I don't do anything. My fear is that if I let Garganacl get too many big hits, I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm going to Protect with Garganacl, and I will Hurricane Fluttermane. If you decide to double switch out, then I get an advantage. If you stay in with one of the Pokemon, maybe Protect, that would, yeah, Palafin's going to switch out. I figured that. And it comes in Amoonguss. Okay. I think it's fine. I think the question is, like, we saw Thunderbolt twice. What was it trying to do with those Thunderbolts? So what was it trying to reveal to us? Because I feel like in this case, bring in Golden Go. Using Salt Cure on Amoonguss. And make it rain. Because if you switch in Palafin, you're going to get knocked out. Arcanine is pretty low on HP anyways. Right? So those two things will help us out greatly. And I think that's one thing that we got pretty lucky here right now, is the opponent is pretty low on HP. We can use that to our advantage. Okay, Fluttermane switches out. Fine by me. And it comes down to Arcanine. I will say that, unfortunately, Garganacl is going to take a little bit more damage than I wanted to. Oh, and you know what? I can see it. Oh, it does a lot. But it's the Pollen Puff. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. So if I targeted the Flutter Mane slot, I think we would have had a little bit better shot there. Yeah. Rain's over, okay. Yeah, I should have thought about that a little bit more cleanly, because then I could have targeted Arcanine with Salt Cure. I'll Salt Cure Arcanine, and I'll still make it rain. I unfortunately don't have, like, a safe switch in wouldn't make sense with GM Pal. I'll keep them around as much as I can. Flutter Mane switching out kind of indicates that it was choice. Okay, Amoonguss didn't switch out. That's helpful. Arcanine honestly might knock itself out here. That wasn't enough. I think Amoonguss is going to go for a Pollen Puff again. Yeah. Alright, this is a little bit tricky, right? Because, like, the opponent is low enough, but we got to pick up these KOs, like, pretty quickly now. Alright. I think I got an idea. I'm going to Salt Cure Amoonguss. I'm going to Throat Chop Arcanine. I think what this will do is it will, if Arcanine switches out, then I'll get the KO on that Pokemon. And then I should get the KO on Amoonguss here, so it won't be annoying anymore. If the opponent double switches, then they really put them in a tough spot. And themselves in a really tough spot there. Okay, Amoonguss switches out. It's fine. Then I'm going to knock out Palafin right here. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. Woo! That double KO. Alright. Last piece of the puzzle. We got 2 KOs we needed, and knocking out Arcanine is huge. No more Intimidate drops or anything like that. I get to take full advantage of the defense drops. And now it's the question of Flutter Mane versus Amoonguss, right? Amoonguss comes back, and so does Flutter Mane. My guess here is that Amoonguss... Okay, so a couple things that could happen. Amoonguss could protect. Flutter Mane could attack. Flutter Mane's Thunderbolt actually looks pretty scary. So, I'm going to Salt Cure Flutter Mane, and I'm going to protect for now. Because Flutter Mane might have to go for a Dazzling Gleam, and if it does that, then I can use Wide Guard. Okay, and it was Fairy Terra. Alright. This is really tough. It's scary. It's not over yet. And obviously, Flutter Mane will probably get something like Pollen Puff. Okay, Rage Powder is fine. I'll take it. I'll take Rage Powder. Alright. Can I survive 1? I survived 1, which is very important. Okay. I haven't revealed this yet. They don't know that I have Wide Guard. And knowing Wide Guard will be enough for us to punish Flutter Mane. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the Wide Guard button, and I'm going to Ice Spinner their Flutter Mane. Oh my goodness, this took a lot of work. But yeah, the fact, I mean, max special defense, max HP, Garganacl. Y'all have to try it. It's my favorite set. It's so good. But yeah, we should be able to defeat Fluttermane here with this. Amoonguss is on a timer. And if Amoonguss if Fluttermane attacks and Amoonguss Rage Powders, then I knock out Amoonguss, and then it's pretty much game, set, and match. Because then I can just Ice Spinner. And even if Fluttermane decides, hey, instead I'm going to Moonblast, I get one off because I have my Focus Sash intact. Fine by me. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay, Fluttermane reveals it wasn't choice. Because I outspeed it. Okay. But we do know I outspeed it, so I should be able to... I should win. I think I should win, because Ice Spinner should be enough to knock out their Fluttermane. So what we want to do here is actually recover, and then protect. Got him! Woo! They figured it out, too. Oh my goodness, that was a tough puzzle, but man, I think the turn that they switched in Palafin and I was able to knock out Arcanine with no extreme speeds or anything like that was huge. And then that first turn when they were doing that Will-O-Wisp strategy, oh no, that was a Chi-Yu one, but that was a battle. That was a good one. Oh my goodness.